Oh, he may have had to go to sleep. Okay. I want to get kind of like a quick sort of round table so that y'all know like what's going down and whatnot. Some of this may be irrelevant to y'all. You may feel like you're not that interested, but you know, I'd rather keep everyone informed so that you know, you don't feel like you're in the dark or whatever. So we have been dealing with what I can best describe is mechanic shops severely undercutting as for no reason.
Which ones? Let's go beat their ass.
Well, we're not going to beat their ass. Well, trust me. Like, I think that's like, you know, while that might work, the reality is that can bring us down to a crazy spiral, right? And the last thing I think that any of us should want is to bringing any kind of like gang heat or any kind of like violence to the shop, because as much as it may be good for a day, sometimes in Los Santos, a day becomes months, right? So I'd like to avoid that as much as possible, at least at this junction. That said, due to the growing frustration I have had, because my main goal is to make sure that everyone at the shop is getting plenty of money put in their pockets, whether you're a mechanic, whether you're a tow guy, or whether you're working in like, you know, advertising, marketing, whatever it is. Especially in light of the fact that many of these other jobs that are currently present make oodles and oodles and oodles of cash. Group 6, for example, is making about $3,500 an hour to $4,000. Wait, did I say an hour? Sorry. In about a 30-minute time span.
Wait, I need to get in some group 6 actually.
Holy shit.
Fuck?
Oh, we're gonna get to that. So I for those who are not familiar with me, I've run quite a few businesses in the past, and oftentimes those businesses are not reliant on what is immediately available by the state. What I mean by that is we get tools given to us by the state that we can use to repair things, right? You can work a tow, you can do this. Hey, Donnie, you up to speed on some of the things I'm talking about. I'm talking about the undercutting right now.
Cool.
I spent yesterday taking that frustration and anger and saying to myself, all right, fine. If we're going to play this fucking game, I'm going to show you how it's played. We're not going to do anything dirty. And I've thought about it. I've thought about going and saying, like, let's go and just do repairs for like $600. And I know there's enough loyalty here, both before the storm and after the storm. And I don't mean loyalty like you guys are owed like you guys owe this shop shit in blood. But I mean, I know that there's enough people here that would be willing to weather the storm to the point that we could go start doing fucking repairs for cost just to say fuck you and drive everyone out of business. We're not going to do that. We could if it gets real bad, but we won't. Instead, I took that energy and myself, Eve Summers, who is pretty much the number 2 here, and a handful of others, we are working on some things that is going to start to pump money into this business. Now, and hopefully with that money bolster us to where I think I want to see us. And what I mean by that is that vision where, you know, Sergio over here runs into someone, they need a repair. Sergio goes, you know what? I got you. Brings him to the shop and, you know, gets like $300. Silvio over here takes a look, fixes that vehicle up, makes it look nice and good, right? And then, and you know why the call came in from Silvio? Because Ivy over here has been tweeting out and getting our marketing out there. You kind of see where I'm going with this? Sergio, you had a question.
Well, it wasn't a question. It was more of, I've not been doing too much tow trucking, but when I have, I've put up my ad maybe once or twice, and this fucking cockroach Finny Piston, he sees me driving around, and he's like, what's going on here, Sergio? What's going on with this? I see the advertising one. And then he's like, Sergio, how could you do this to me after all the things we've been through together? I'm like, what the fuck you on about things we've been through? What you talking about, mister? But
Really?
he's definitely rattled his cage.
Yeah, I think some of these other shops, and I don't want to say any in particular, they're kind of looking and viewing like these mechanic shops like we need to go and like choke each other out, which is quite frankly very peanut brain because there are so many customers. People driving G6, people driving like fucking Grime, people buying vehicles. There's plenty of that out there. Not one single shop can take the entire market, right? Nor do I think we want to live in a world where, like, imagine all of us having to repair and tow like 24/7. Fuck that. We only need enough bread to enjoy ourselves, right? Like, if we need to shut the place down for an hour to have some kind of event down here, let's fucking do it. You know, life goes well beyond, you know, making money. But when we're making money, I want to make sure it's good fucking money for you guys because you deserve it. You deserve it more than the Grime drivers. You deserve it more than Group 6 drivers. Because here's the thing. You guys are out there having to do more than just like, you know, pick up bags and drop them off somewhere. You feel me? So don't consider these empty words. Consider it a fucking promise. And I want you guys to hold me to it. So with that said, where some of the plan that I've got in place is going to kind of be revealed a little bit at a time. The reason is quite simple. I trust everybody here, right? But as I have found in business is the moment an idea is spoken about, someone else makes the wish.com version and it's kind of rip bozo. You with me? So stage one. Donnie, how was sales yesterday? Over the evening.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we sold out all the parts, so.
Okay, good shit. Donnie here, myself, Eve Summers, and Walker are gonna have parts on deck at all times. So if any of our mechanics, you guys need parts, go to any four of us, and we're gonna get parts ready for you to give. The second is, and I know we talked about crafting and shit like that. We'll get to that afterwards, like when it comes to idea time. Second thing though is we have spoken to the sanitation union and Eve, who is our material acquisition, and we're gonna get more material than we ever need, right? So that shit is on lock. We currently have about $150,000 in material and pots ready to go. You might be asking how. It's because every dime that at least I've been making and some of us have been making is getting pumped back into the business. Why? Because by pumping it in, we can buy more and we never run out of stuff. And that's one thing that has allowed us, and I'm not kidding you, 20 out of 24 hours of the day for the past over a week now, we have mechanics on duty and our shop always has parts, which means when the customer comes in, they're happy, right? That's the key thing. They come in, they're happy, right? They're not like, oh shit, this place is closed. Or they come in and they're like, oh, well, we don't got any pots. We got to charge you like the $195 or whatever fucking rip-off bullshit they got over at Mosley's with Rusty. The second thing is having a chat with Alexander over at Group 6. For those of you who wish to get into Group 6, I think this is mostly the mechanics, but it can extend out to tow, is I want at least one of our mechanics at the shop at all times. But what I'm going to get a program going with him where when we've got a mechanic here, we fucking rotate and do some fucking Group 6. You know what I mean? Make a couple $1,000s and then have the option to, whether through the money made through there or the money we're making here, reinvest back into the shop. And if you do so, your share in the company is going to increase and allow you to pull that money out at any time. Now, you might be asking why. Well, number one, builds up our capital. We get more shit. We have more benches out there, etc., etc. And there's a bigger play that is going to be made. I can promise you the details for that. I'm going to get onto a document form so you guys can read it and see what it's all about. But the long and short of it is allow you guys to have a stake in the company. So it's not owned by one person. It's owned by us, right? So if Brandon comes through and he dumps like 100,000 in, he deserves his share. You know what I mean? think that covers everything. If you have any specific questions on any of these things, feel free to actually let's bring it up now. Anyone have any questions about these? And if you want to talk about it one-on-one, we can do that as well.
Yes.
Yep. Hit me, Ivy.
Can I have my birthday party here?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're now at 8 master mechanics at the shop.
Hell yeah.
I'm almost there, so 9 soon.
Oh, let's fucking go. I'm going to get that all in our shared document. That's what myself, Eve, Donnie, Brandon, I'm probably going to lean on you as well. I'm going to put together so like everybody knows what our pricing structure is with rentals and then, or sorry, not with rentals, with repairs, but also like our tow stuff. So like everyone in tow knows like how much money that they're going to be getting from the mechanics when they come through. So anytime there's any changes in pricing, et cetera, we're all on the same page and we don't have to like, you know, I want to keep having our kind of our like meetings or whatever, right? But it shortens it so we can talk about the cool shit instead of, you know, hey guys, today the prices went up, you know, all that bullshit. We are hiring more tow drivers and more mechanics, but only those that have like the vibe. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't think they're gonna vibe with the shop, if or whatever, it's not worth it. I'd rather have quality folks. You know what I mean?
How many employees do we have?
I think we have 30.
Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah. It's a lot. That's why I actually got to get a roster going. When I say we are operating 20 out of 24 hours, I'm not joking. Like, there's people that I never get to see, but they're working actively. Like, I haven't seen Jermaine in 2 days. Donnie, how's Jermaine been doing?
Jermaine's been killing it.
Yeah. Walker's around late at night as well. Brandon, you could probably speak to that as well. You're around like late nights. Who's cranking those hours?
Me and Walker. From what from the people that I've ran into, as far as the master mechanics wise, the only time I seen Jermaine was just a short little brief thing. But I haven't really been around late for the last couple days, so maybe that's why I haven't ran into him.
Word. Yeah, I think Jermaine is like he's kind of when he can be around type shit. He's like pre-tsunami, I'd say like 6 hours ish. All right.
Yeah, the late last tsunami he was in, and he bumped out some repairs, and then beginning of the tsunami we just like 2 hours straight we were just doing roadside and repairs. We had cops, we had group 6 garbage, all the people come through.
All right, fuck yeah. One thing I do want to touch on, if you guys are ever doing like tow or repair or whatever, and someone gives you shit, do not be afraid to like pussy out. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like fucking slit their throat, but like standing your ground. But that said, do be mindful that, be mindful of who and how many people you're dealing with. What I mean by that is, if we get rolled up, let's try not to get into any gang wars. We had an incident, which I'm not going to name names because I don't think that's like a good thing. You know what I mean? But we had an incident recently where one of our tow drivers got jumped by like 15 folks and kind of wanted to retaliate. Look, I have, from a personal perspective, if that person wants to retaliate, that's fun and good. But I don't want the shop dragged into those things for obvious reasons. We are not a gang. If it gets to a fucking point where like we need to start going down that road, we can, but I don't want to be the first. Is that am I resonating here what I'm trying to point out?
Yes, it's a business, not a gang.
Precisely.
Do your gang shit with actual gangs outside of the business.
Mm-hmm. Now it does not how do I put this? There are certain segments of mechanics, sanitation, etc. that are turning very gang oriented. quite frankly. I want to stray away from that as much as possible. And if there ever becomes a point where I feel like gloves need to be taken off, there will be a conversation with the entire staff before that decision is made. I will never ever expect me to say, listen, guys, we're going to war with Mosley's. Who's got guns? You know what I mean? You know?
Doing
So-
a drive-by on the way with our tow trucks.
All right. Okay, cool. Any questions or like anyone want to bring anything up? Any problems you guys are having? Like, how do we do this? How do we do that type shit? All right.
No.
All right.
Good.
Easy.
I'll have some questions once I like finish my mechanic school, but we can cross that road when we get there.
Fuck yeah.
Me and Sil for the last hour or so have been crunching some numbers on like a general on what we believe like a mechanic should charge. So I'll relay that to you in a little bit, Nino, and then
Okay.
you can see that and you can kind of get the idea that we've been crunching up.
Okay. I fuck with that.
That way, the mechanics who do repair, they have a base mining set, and it gives them wiggle room to be able to move how they want to move. That's the whole point of being a mechanic, is you've got a little freedom to move around there a little bit, right? Not everything's going to be top dollar, not everything's going to be bottom dollar, but not bending people over the barrels, the big part there. You don't want to fuck people over.
Absolutely. I think the name of the game right now, ladies and gentlemen, is not making as much money as we can. The fact of the matter is that the mayor's going to is going to come into office tomorrow. Probably a week or two after that, business licenses are going to come out. And us having the customer base, us continuing to do what we've been doing, which is operating at all hours, having money being shown to be tracked, all these things that everyone's already been doing, I think is reason enough that we do get that business license while others may not. And the moment that happens, it's going to solve a lot of problems. We may be one of 3 shops that is legally allowed to operate, right? And so, keep as long as we keep believing in the business and working together and keeping each other in check, right? And that includes myself. If you feel like you guys are getting fucked by the business, do let me know, because more than likely, I probably don't realize it myself. And I'm only going to be happy if everybody else is happy. Well, okay, maybe I'm not going to put it that way. I'm going to be happy as long as everyone's getting their fair shake, right? So, all right, cool. We good here?
Yes.
All right, awesome.
We're good.
All right. If you need to talk to me one-on-one or whatever, I'll be here.
I have a question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, going to the grocery store later, you guys. Should I get the brown sugar Pop-Tarts or the strawberry ones?
Brown sugar
Brown
Okay,
sugar
Thank you.
all day.
or s'mores if you prefer that.
Wait, is brown sugar good? I've only had strawberry
Yeah.
and s'mores.
Oh, they're
Really?
very good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Low key, I hate the strawberry ones, and that's
I like-
like an unpopular
Oh!
opinion, but
I'll tell you
Oh.
guys something. I've heard that nobody else does this, but if you toast your Pop-Tarts, which
Everyone does that. What are you talking about?
well, everybody I've talked to says, "Oh, you don't toast Pop-Tarts," but then I show them the commercial, and it's coming out of a toaster. So yeah,
Oh,
Holy shit.
but yeah, toast your Pop-Tarts
I'm gonna
and
be
then
honest with you.
put a little butter on it.
The package says the instructions on it.
I
Yeah,
just
you'll be
remembered.
surprised at how divided everybody is on this.
You gotta toast the s'mores one, and then you have to dunk it in milk.
oh yeah, that's the best.
Hell yeah.
That's the best.
Oh yeah.
I got something for you guys as well.
Is it money?
No, it's
Right.
not. Okay, I just came up with a cool idea. Does look at my yellow page ad. Is that good or could it be better? It's got the keyword
My phone's
LSC
not
in it.
fucking working.
Oh, the yellow page?
My phone's not even
Oh.
coming up.
So the yellow page ad, it has LSC, that's a keyword. Los Santos Customs on Carsaway. Then it says repairs, tow, and roadside assistance. Master mechanics available for all your auto needs. The reason that all the keywords are in there, regardless of your tow, mechanic, whatever it is so that we can dispatch each other, right? If I get a phone call and they're like, yo, man, I need roadside, I myself will search LSC in the yellow pages and I'll be like, oh, shit, Sergio's around, and I'll send Sergio the customer. You know what I mean? So what we're doing is we're kind of dispatching each other out.
I like it because it's straight to the point. It doesn't put all these cringy, fancy words in it and, trying to get people to the shop, It's just straight to the point.
1,000%.
And it's not too long.
Maybe
shit.
find a way to put the word fix in there too.
Ooh, I like that. There we go. I'm going to hand these out to everybody. This might be helpful.
Thank you.
That's also something easy that I could do since I don't do the repairing. I could just direct phone calls since I'm on really late. You said you're on late. I can help
Ivy,
you with the phone calls.
I love that because my goal is I want us to get dispatch, and so that when we can afford to have like radios and shit, like we can you know what I mean? Like, hey, we got a guy over here. I don't want it like super like listen, I'm not trying to turn it into like a Discordia or whatever. But I mean like legit, you can dispatch someone out like, hey, we got this guy that's over here. Do we have any mechanics around? Or like, hey, we got someone over here. Do we have any tows available type shit? You know what I mean?
The wave's coming in, guys. Best of luck. Hold on tight.
All right, easy. Everyone has a piece of paper now that I've given them. It's got the tweet and the yellow page ad.
Perfect.
All right.
Nina, you coming around after Storm?
1,000%.
All right, see you there.
All right.
That's it.
Hey, I appreciate you
See
guys.
boys.
Good one.